Hey, what's going on, everybody? We're live from Mindset Monday. Sorry, it's been a little infrequent. We've been, I'm running the company, Dave's running the company, so sometimes we get caught up in what we're actually, getting paid to do. It's a
Yes.
shame. And I will tell you this, Dave. It's funny. Me and Dave were talking prior to coming on and coming live, and we were talking about trying new things. Dave was, and I'm not going to tell Dave's story, but I basically spent all weekend with my oldest. We were actually learning how to sail.
Oh, nice.
I want him to get his captain's license. I wanted him to essentially learn how to sail. I got to learn. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of work. Um, it's not as fun as power boating, but here's the reality. I can't take my power boat to a different country. Easily. You can't a sailboat.
Mm-hmm.
So we learned that we just did the basic first two courses, and then at the end of the month, me and him go back. He's got to retake his test. He just missed passing. I think passing was 80. He got 73. I only got 82. It was not a it was a difficultly worded test. So it's a great learning lesson. Hey, you did good. Now you got to finish the job. And so he's studying. He's going to do that. But when we go back at the end of the month, we're taking like a 52-foot sailboat out.
Oh, that's sick,
So
man.
that, yeah, dude, it's got 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. It is insane. And so that should be a lot of fun. But yeah. So guys, I think the lesson is like you got to try new things. You got to push yourself, and you cannot be afraid to fail, right? And then when you do make those mistakes or when you don't get it right, you got to take a step back, analyze, hey, what went wrong here? What could I have done better? What can I learn from this? What can I move forward and do better, from this lesson that I learned? And I think it's critical, right? So many people are afraid to even get started. So many people are afraid to take that first step. And then once they do fail, they just stop. They just quit. Well, you're never going to learn like that. I think what's the number? It's like 10,000 hours to become an expert in anything.
Yeah.
How many things have you guys actually done 10,000 hours in? Like scrolling on your phone, going through slop if that was a professional sport, I'm sure everyone's got those 10,000 hours, okay?
Ripple.
But to learn a skill like sailing, like riding a bike, anything that you want to be a pro at. Same thing with like business, faith. What have you put 10,000 hours into?
Yeah.
That's the real marker, because that's giving you a lot of time to learn it, to be an expert in it, to fail. All right, you can't be afraid to fail. Dave, what are your thoughts on this? What do you got?
Yeah, man, and that's awesome, that whole sailboat story, because I think also like a big lesson there is, you're teaching your son something too, right? Like, hey, if my dad didn't get it the first time, and if I did, and hey, like I want this really bad, like let's keep going. A lot of times, like when that I've noticed, like when people fail at something, usually and don't want to keep going, it's something that they haven't created that habit, or something that they're not passionate about anyway, that kind of keeps them paralyzed. But dude, I had my own failure over the weekend. I think one of the things I always love doing, one of the best pieces of advice, like if you feel stale, right? Like doing something, do something different, like stretch yourself out of your comfort zone to do something different. And it's like, okay, you know, and listen, this ain't for, well wishes or anything, but my daughter's birthday is Friday, mine's Saturday, right? Like my birthday
Oh,
month.
happy
So
birthday.
yeah, thank you. That's all good. But the whole point is, for the last couple of years on my birthday, because let's be honest, the focal point, she's 6 now. It's all on her. Like, it's not that big of a deal to me anymore. Like, brings me more joy for her. So one of the things I always like to do on my birthday is, what can I challenge myself to, either something I've never done before or something I haven't done in a long time. And that's kind of gotten the momentum going, because everybody has this thing, oh, you get older, man, you slow down, you break down. Like, man, I'm 45 and I feel freaking great, dude. Like, I don't feel like I'm slowing down or anything like that. Last year was pressing 140s on incline, doing 140-pound dumbbells for 5 reps. I haven't done that probably in years. And the fact that you still do it, great. This weekend, it was okay. I do a lot of pull ups, and it's all right. You know what? Let me try this one armor. Let me see how I could get it. If I could bust out 20 on set one all day long, shouldn't be a problem, right? Bro, it was the biggest epic fail. I'm like, yo, and I made some noise, like kind of crashing into things, holding one arm, and people were staring at me. The crazy thing was I got it on video. It's in one of the comments after my post yesterday, and it's on there. And I was like, you know what? I was like, let me post this. And the main reason I posted it is because I'm not afraid. Like I think as a society, man, everybody's glorified like showing the wins, and you know what? You should, right? Like it's because it gives a positive reinforcement of things that are possible, but also people that have also won along the way, man. I can promise you there are way more failures along the way to get to that win. And a lot of times I feel that we don't talk about that enough. And dude, like the crazy thing was if that was me 20 years ago, it probably would have been the most embarrassing thing like ever. Your ego gets bruised. People are watching, and like they hear this loud bang, like, what are you doing? Like now it's like, I could care less because why? I know that 99% of people never, ever, ever try that in their life. And I don't care what kind of shape they're in. And, yes, it was definitely humbling. And the fact that I put on video, one dude even said, hey, man, don't hurt yourself over there, which I thought was pretty funny. But, it is what it is, man. And you know what? The cool thing is I'm probably going to do it again because now the curiosity, it's like, all right, how the hell do I do this? I even put in the post, man. I said, yo, does anybody have any suggestions or how to get to start? Like now that I know I can't do it, I thought I could do at least one, man. I can't even freaking bend my arm. Like it's hard as shit. It is hard. Yeah. And now, you know what? Now I want to do it. That like it's gonna turn into an obsession. How the hell do I do this one arm pull up? Right? Like, and it's not gonna stop me. And now I'll probably document it and just keep on going, but also to keep the trend going, celebrating wins, get your hands dirty. I fixed my cartridge in my bathtub was leaking. Good old plumber Dave, jack of all trades, maybe master of none, maybe master a lot. Pop that out in real quick and fix the mower real quick. Did an oil change on it. So constantly like doing things to keep that momentum going, but the failure is the one that sits there, not because I'm mad, not because I don't want to try again, because now I have to do it, and I feel like guys, like if you're failing at something or if you're afraid to do it, number one, don't be afraid, make that attempt. And then number two, if you do fail on it, dust yourself off, man, and keep going because you're going to get analysis by paralysis from that, right? Like, oh, I can't do it. I'm in my own head. Like, what about this? What about that? And just do it, man.
Yeah. Yeah, and guys, remember, like when you start to learn anything, you're going to be bad. Mm-hmm. You're going to be bad, and that's part of the process. Like the process is go through it, learn, get better. Go through it, learn, get better. A little bit more every single time. It's like that with almost everything in life. And so for you to sit there and expect it to win right off the bat, it's crazy, right? But you gotta respect, appreciate, anticipate the process and be committed to it. And as you guys do that, you're gonna learn more and more, you're gonna get better and better, and then you just carry that momentum forward. All right. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. We'll catch you on Financial Fitness Friday. Have a great week, guys.
Be great, y'all.